Okay, in this short video, I'm just going to run through foam rolling. So what is foam rolling? How do you do it? And why do you do it? Okay, so as you can see, there are a lot of different types of foam rollers that you can get. They vary in how hard they are, so you can get knobbly ones, you can get vibrating ones, you can get quite hard ones here, and this is a soft Pilates roller. So if you're not used to foam rolling, you've never done it before, some of these can be too aggressive and can actually, hurt and possibly do damage. So you do want to be quite careful with how you sort of dive in to using these different things. So my favourite is the blue softer Pilates ones, particularly if my quads are very sore. The vibrating one is also excellent as well. So it can also depend on the part of your body that you're using and how tight it is. So the reason that we're doing foam rolling, it's a form of myofascial release. So myo referring to the muscle. So the muscles can get very tight and in a contracted state that can lead to pain. You can get like knots in the muscles, and also the fascia, which is the surrounding connective tissue. You can also get like little adhesions or bits sticking together on the underlying tissues that just restrict movement. So foam rolling is going to help to break that down, and make your recovery better. It can improve sort of circulation and the lymphatic drainage as well. So you might have seen people using foam rollers a bit like a rolling pin, the other way around, rolling up and down on it sort of quite quickly. That's not really the technique that we want to use. So I'm going to start off just with this nice soft one and just show a technique that you can use on your calves. So calves are commonly very tight. So what we can do is initially, we just want to find some tight spots. So we can just roll along, and what we're looking for is just any points of tightness. So if we feel any pain, then we can stop there. We can put a little bit of extra weight on there, for example, using your other foot. So for me, that's quite tight there. That's at the junction between the Achilles tendon and the muscle belly of the gastrocnemius and soleus. And so what I can start doing then, as well as putting a bit of extra weight on here with my foot, I can also do some dorsiflexion and plantar flexion, or just pointing my toes up and down to contract that muscle and just make that sort of stretch out a little bit more effectively. So I can gradually work through the muscle. The rest of it's not too bad. It literally is at that junction between the muscle and the tendon where I'm feeling the most sort of tenderness. And you can also go across the muscle, so this sort of cross fibre kind of release as well. So there are definitely some sore spots there. And as I just work myself through the muscle, it's actually getting a little bit easier. So it might be that you can't feel this at all on this kind of roller. As I said, this is a soft Pilates roller, in which case you can go on to a harder one. But as they can just be a little bit aggressive as you're first getting into it. So we can use them for other parts of the body as well. So with your quads, again, if I come onto the roller here, so starting high up, just sort of in my hip crease really, here. Again, I can sort of just ease my way across the floor. Initially, both legs at the same time. Sometimes my legs are so stiff, that's all I need to do is to just roll across like this, and I can feel some stiff parts and work my way across the whole muscle. And there's nothing too painful there, but what I can then do is I can flex and extend my knee, and I can also just press my body weight onto one side, doing that flexion and extension as well. And now I'm really starting to feel some tight spots. Again, I can go from side to side a little bit when I find those tight spots until they release. So although this is quite a big roller, you can do the same kind of movements on those smaller ones as well. So You can find those tight spots, as I said, and then do flexion and extension, so basically opening up and closing the joints. We can do a similar thing on the glutes. Now actually on my glutes I would probably use something a little bit firmer. As I said, this is a vibrating one, so it has this extra function that can really also further help to release the muscles, so I do really like that. I won't sort of turn it on now though. But again, similar kind of thing. Find a tight spot. You can rest your body weight on it. You can actually cross your leg here. So if I'm trying to release on the left-hand side, as I work through the muscle, I can kind of move my knee in and out, roll across on the roller there as well, and then sort of come down. It's just a case of working your way through the muscles, tilting across to different sides, varying the amount of your body weight that you put onto it, and that can be, you know, really relieving afterwards. You can also get various massage balls as well for glute release, which are particularly good for sort of getting deep into the muscles there. Okay, so not just for your legs, you can use it for your sort of lats on the side of your body there. Some people, they can be very tight, particularly if you do a lot of overhead lifting, and this can be really uncomfortable. This is a bit too hard even for me on there, but again, you can sort of regulate how much of your body weight you put on there. That's very sore there, but if I just hold it there in that position, the muscle will gradually relax, and then I'll find I can just move on to the next little bit. But again, I would rather be using that slightly softer blue one, because this is a little bit savage really for the state of my muscle here at the moment. But with regular foam rolling, everything should feel a little bit more relaxed. You know, it's a really good thing to do daily, particularly if you work yourself quite hard in sessions. Okay.